Area of composite figures. Composite figures, a figure made of more than one geometric shape. So if we look down here to the left, we have multiple shapes, and we can cut this into two shapes, which leaves us with two rectangles. Here I have an arrow. We could cut this one apart into a square and a triangle. And cut this one on the right apart as well. There's another way to go about it. You could go about it with the red line by making a larger shape and subtracting out the portion that is not in the area. We could also do that with the one on the right easily, and we could just subtract out these two triangles. The one in the middle would be a little bit more difficult, but we could make a big rectangle and subtract out all the red areas, which would leave you with the gray area of the shape. So method 1, decomposing. So this one I'm going to make a larger shape, and then I will subtract out the red area, and that will give me the area of the gray. So I'm going to find the area of the entire shape first, which is 10 by 12, and area equals base times height. So I'm going to plug in the 10 and the 12 for the base and the height. So area of the entire rectangle is 120 inches squared. Now I have to find the area of the red area. So if I look, this whole area, or this whole length, is 10, because I see that up here. This portion is 5, so that means this portion is 5, because 5 plus 5 equals 10. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. The whole length is 12. I see that over here. The smaller length of here is 5. So 12 minus 5 is 7. So to find the area of that red area still equals base times height because it's a rectangle. Five times 7. So area of that red rectangle is 35 inches squared. So now I'm going to take the 120 inches squared and subtract 35 inches squared. And that equals 85 inches squared. So composing, we are going to cut this into multiple shapes, find the area of each shape. So for a rectangle, once again, area equals base times height. I cut it right across, so I have to find the dimensions of my first rectangle, which is 10 by 5. So area equals 10 times 5. Then I will find the area of the second shape I have, and I have to figure out how big this area is. So the whole area is 12. The small portion up here is 5. So that means this one has to be 7. So area equals base times height. It's 7 by 5. Now this time I'm going to add them together. So I have 50 inches squared plus 35 inches squared, which equals 85 inches squared. So we're going to find the area of this one by cutting it apart. So I have a rectangle. So area for a rectangle is area equals base times height. This one is 6 by 6. So I'm just going to label that right there. And then I have a triangle, and I have the height because it makes a right angle here. So that's my altitude. So my height equals 12. And now I have to find my length, or my base. So each one of these sides is 2. The middle there is 6. So 2 plus 6 plus 2 is 10. Area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So I have a 10 by 12. It's 1/2 times 10 times 12. 10 times 12 is 120. When I multiply by 1/2, it's the same thing as dividing by 2. So I'm going to label that in this triangle. So then I just need to add those up. So I have 60 feet squared plus 36 feet squared equals 96 feet squared. And that should be our entire shape. You try it. Calculate the area of the figure, write the formulas, and show all your work.